Is that recording?
He's following us now.
Yeah, I got it. All right. So, what has geography done for India? Most of the time, geography has protected India. However, many armies marched into India over the past 4,000 years. Okay, so, like I was just saying, and you pointed out as well, 3 sides are surrounded by water. Then there's the side that touches other land, mountainous, but it just said they have been attacked. People have marched in nonetheless. So these armies reached India through low points or passes in the mountains. The best known passage or opening into India is the Khyber Pass. The people who came through these passes changed India's history. Each group brought new ideas. The newcomers sometimes married the people who had come before. So Indian culture became a blend of many different groups. Mm-hmm. So when this uses the word Indian, are we speaking of the same people that we refer to in America? No. These are Indians who are from India, not Indians who could and should be known as Native Americans, right?
Yeah.
All right, sleepy. So, what rivers help India grow their crops? So, the land of northern India is very fertile. Northern India is also where what is found? Water or mountains?
Mountains.
Yes, the mountains. All right, so it's fertile land, so that means they're able to grow things, correct?
Yeah.
You both know a little bit about farming.
Yeah.
So, if it's fertile land, is that a good thing? It's fertile?
No. Wait. Yeah, it is.
Yes, Logan's nodding his
I
head.
forgot
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah. So, for it to grow the crops, the land needs water, but unfortunately, where they're at, it's kind of dry. So, life in India depends on the water from the 2 great rivers, the Ganges and the Indus. India's first great civilization began in the Indus River Valley. So, the Ganges. Zoe,
Zoe.
are you going to do lunch today?
I'm going to start. You just need to be the exception.
Okay.
She has her headphones in.
Ganges is so important to the Indians that they call it Mother Ganges.
Come on, Starco, get her.
All right. Life in India depends on winds called monsoons. Do the monsoons affect the water as well?
Yeah.
Yes, they do, for sure. In the summer, wind blows over the warm waters of the Indian Ocean, and when the air reaches the land, the rain falls. Sometimes rain pours down for weeks. In fact, 90% of India's yearly rain comes from the summer monsoon, but sometimes the monsoon's late or little rain falls at all. Then the crops fail. So, is farming always successful for them? No, just like here.
Not always.
I mean, we're in
No,
farm
it's-
country.
So now that's when it rains too much, and then your crops get flooded with water.
Exactly.
Because then that kills your crops. It's
Exactly.
really bad. So it's like they're
Or
not
when they don't
responding.
get
Your
enough
crops can't.
water.
They
Mhm.
rain too much.
So, on either side of it, whether we have too much rain or when we don't get enough rain, there can be problems. So, same thing is the case even in Asia and India. So, they have millions of people though, and if their crops don't succeed, people are going to end up going hungry. So, one of the things I want you guys to look up before we look at these actually, let's look at the questions. Sorry, I don't want to get all mixed up. So, right here. We're going to do them together, though. One of the things I want us to look up, and so you guys can use your phones, or I grabbed one of the laptops from the building, is the population in India as well, as opposed to, and we're going to go ahead and kind of get ahead of ourselves and look at China, too. Okay, Logan? You're in your sleepy mode. All right, so India is hot most of the year. The temperature usually stays above freezing, though, unlike where we are for sure. It's 2 seasons depend on the rain. So summer's the rainy season, winter's the dry season. So do they get to experience fall and spring like we do? No, it doesn't sound like it at all. All right, so like I said, we're going to do this together. Sometimes India is called a continent. Is that true or false?
True.
True.
It is true. Is it actually a continent, though?
No.
No. What was the word that they used in place of it being a continent? It uses the same word, but there's something with it. It is a very large piece of land, so they call it a subcontinent. There it is. All right. The two most important rivers in India are the Ganges and the Indus. Is that true or false?
True.
It is true.
True.
Yep. A pass is a seasonal wind that brings rain to India. Is that true or false?
What is it?
A pass?
Brings rain?
Is that what brings it? False. Do you remember what the word
false.
is?
No, not really.
Starts with an M.
Monsoon.
There you go. Good job. A monsoon. All right. Armies marched into India through the Khyber Pass. True or false?
True. False. No, that's true.
It is true. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. You go with your first instinct. And social studies is the study of how land, bodies of water, weather, plants, and animals change people's lives. Is it social studies or was it something else?
Social studies.
It was social studies.
There was a word that was used at the very beginning when I was reading that actually is the study of those things. Geography.
So it's
Yeah.
false, geography.
Yeah, so it is false. Social studies is a larger subject that's used. Geography could fall under that. But so all right, so here's what I want you to do, and you can decide do you want these giant pieces of paper or a piece of paper this size. Okay? So I'm gonna have you use your phone, Logan. And I want you guys to look up India's population and China's population.
And that's it. Just write it
For
down.
right now. Yep, this is gonna get us started as we move towards looking at the difference in religion. Okay?
Okay, so
So.
write it down here. How big?
Actually, you guys can just do this together.
Do what?
So, population of India, population of China, since China's coming too.
Okay.
You wanna? Which one are you doing? Logan.
I'll do the population of India.
Okay.
What am I doing?
Look up the population of China currently.
I can write it where?
What is
Here.
the current population?
Let's
of
just
China?
use.
What is the... Oh, wait, I'm doing India, you're doing China.
Yeah. So here's the paper.
Current
1.3.
population.
1.3. What?
Right it under there.
That's India.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay, I'll do China.
You want it for China?
You had India, right?
I did China.
Oh, you did China?
Wait, you do China? I'll do India then.
I thought that you were doing it the other way around.
I don't have full
No, no, piece of shit.
Hey,
So
hey,
crappy.
hey.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Just crappy.
I get that.
Your
So
phone's slow,
1.3 billion in China. Holy crap! How about
1.339, 1.339 billion.
all right?
Where I come from,
So write that down for India. Hey, since you're done, will you do me a favor and look up the current population for America, just so we can kind of have a reference where you can both see if you
It's
can.
like 1.2 million. All for the whole U.S.
I could have done that. I stole a cookie.
I saw that. I know. I was looking at them too.
I robbed it, man.
Just so we have the comparison.
I feel low.
325.7 million.
325
0.7 million.
Guys,
million.
Yeah. Do you know what's for lunch, Starko?
we're gonna put this in the museum.
Why? Walking taco.
What this?
It's like the real looking stuff for food in bed.
Okay, so
It's like 5 years
here,
old.
look at the numbers you guys just found for me. So
I'm fucking. I used to have one of those.
does that 2,000 square miles that we talked about for India
I used to have one of
seem
those.
like a lot of land anymore?
No,
Now that we're
that
thinking
might-
about this
no.
many people there?
No, no way.
No, because they have more than we have in America.
Yeah.
Billion is more than million, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More.
Way more. And even China, which we haven't looked at the land amount yet, but China even has way more people than we have in America. And China's pretty large, but when we get to that, we'll see how much land they actually have in comparison. So, all right. So next time we're gonna look at the history more so of
Okay.
India, but also of, I want to try to do
So-
2 sections, so I want us to start to look at the religions and do some comparisons there as well, okay?
We're
Thanks for your focus today, even if it is a struggle at times.
All right, so we're done.
Yep.
Okay, cool.